Alright people, I had enough. I've had enough. E-N-U-F. Enough. Marvel Rivals at this juncture, of all junctures, is officially worse than Call of Duty, NBA 2K, Overwatch, CSGO, and the GTA community all rolled together in one. We're going on about 6 months, almost 6.5 months of Marvel Rivals being around, and in that span of 6.5 months, this community has by far passed 2K, has already surpassed GTA, has already surpassed Call of Dukie in terms of bad communities and overall toxic players. And let me just preference you by saying I love Marvel Rivals. When I told you my boy Perfect Sushi have been putting me on Marvel Rivals, bruh, I have been nothing short of addicted to Marvel Rivals in the past like 4 months. That's the only game that I've been playing, and to me, it's the only game that's out, that's free, that's worth a damn, because every other game as of recently in 2025 has been nothing short of a mess. Well, except for Yakuza, they always put out great games. I don't ever remember them putting out a bad game. Quite literally, because every single game they put out is a banger. But oh, Gwoppy, are you just gonna sit here and complain about the community because you lost in ranked? Are you just gonna sit here and bitch and moan in your gaming chair about how you lose matches in quick play? No, I'm not gonna preference that and make this the main point of my video. I am gonna admit that it's a complete fucking shit show in quick play, and it's in ranked is filled with a bunch of crybabies that don't get their mains when they want to, and then they throw a hissy fit in a temper tantrum because you chose a character that they wanted and will outright throw the match. No, I'm not gonna mainly talk about that. I'm gonna bring it up in this video, but what I'm mainly gonna talk about is this 6th grade behavior on Marvel Rivals on a free game. Now, as you all know, that in my spare time when I'm not making YouTube videos, I've just been addicted and playing nothing but Marvel Rivals with me and my boy Sushi Roll. And I love this game and everything because one thing, it's a hero shooter that makes sense, right? Superheroes, hero shooter. Superheroes, hero shooter. You guys kind of see where I'm getting at? It's kind of like when EA tried to force feed us specialists in a Battlefield game, knowing good and well that the game overall from franchise and an historical standpoint has always been about team play and been about defining class role. And Marvel Rivals, at least to me, scratches that itch where I want to play team-based games or games that teamwork is involved, because I love games like that. And I think I finally came to a conclusion the other day. The main reason why I like Marvel Rivals so much is because it kind of scratches that itch that I have with Battlefield, where I'm helping my teammates, healing them, and playing the support character like I'm doing in Marvel Rivals. Because anytime I hop on Marvel Rivals, I volunteer as tribute to play a support character. That's why in every single gameplay you guys seen at this very point in time, it's either me maining Rocket, because I'm almost there to a Lord Rocket status, and I'm maining Jeff, which I'm pissed off about the Jeff rework, but I'm actually going to see how this video turns out, and if you guys want me to make a video on that and the most recent changes, by all means, hit that like button and tell me down in the comments. I will gladly make a video about that. But how can I put this? I'm putting this all into perspective because you can imagine my disdain that I have for this game when every single time that Iron Fist that complaining going 1-16 or Spiderman going 2-73 in a quick play match complains to me about not being healed enough, or even worse in ranked where someone is throwing a hissy fit in a temper tantrum or spouting the N-word constantly because I chose a character that they wanted and they couldn't get it first. And then when the inevitable happens, they want to throw the match, they want to sit there and AFK until they demand, not ask, but demand that they get the character that they want, and type all type of obscenities, slurs, and all type of shit like it's fucking fourth. I mean, like, what type of grade school bullshit is this, bruh? What type of shit is this, dog? Like, some people might sit here and think that I'm being rhetorical. I'm being dead honest here. What type of, like, playground, hissy fit, temper tantrum, little kid shit is this, bro? Where you're literally gonna sit up here and you're literally gonna cost your team in ranked, mind you, because in ranked, it's so important that you have your team and everybody is hands on deck. Where, as opposed to quick play, if you back out of a quick play match, they might ban you for like 5 minutes. They might ban you for 5 minutes, but then you can go back to doing the same thing. But what I'm saying is that you're literally going to crash out. You're going to resort to calling people slurs. You're going to resort to calling people the hard ER and quick play because you're not getting healed enough. I mean, just imagine that. Just imagine it, bro. You don't want to put this much energy that you got into Marvel Rivals into starting up a business, much less being a YouTuber and possibly getting a Twitch or a Kick streaming contract so you could actively play this game, so you could justify this behavior. But no, you don't want to sit. You don't want to do that. You want to sit here in your mom's basement, or you don't even pay bills. Rather, you want to sit up there in your room. You want to sit up there in your musty, dusty, crusty ass room of yours that smell like a garbage can, like mixed with a dumpster fire, and then complain to me and scream obscenities, curse words, slurs, and like sexual harassment in quick play. Let's just throw rank out of the equation in quick play because I have a character that you didn't want. Or a character that you did want.
What was the reason? What was the reason? What was the reason?
And you know, when I ripped apart the 2K community and when I put the Call of Dukie community on blast, and I damn for sure made a mockery and a laughing stock of the GTA community, you didn't think it could get worse than that. But somehow, some way, it always does. Case in point, Marvel Rivals. And if you think that I'm exaggerating this, no, I'm sugarcoating it, man. Because if you go on YouTube right now and you look up Marvel Rivals toxic community, you will see dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of videos where people are explaining how toxic this community is. And mind you, like I said earlier, this game is completely free. It don't cost you nothing to play this game. And if the game is this involved for you, then here's a suggestion. Don't play it, put the controller down, touch grass, and get a job. Like, bro, it's not that hard to comprehend. A 5-year-old can figure this out. My nephew playing Fortnite and bugs me to death about Fortnite whenever he comes over to my house and asks me if he can play my $700 PlayStation 5 Pro, has a better concept and grasp of this subject. And what's amazing to me is that over like the past month or so, this problem is somehow, some way gotten worse. Because every single day while I'm logging on Reddit, every single time I log on YouTube, there's somebody putting Marvel Rivals and the community and the devs on blast for how they are making this community worse by the day. And I'm looking on Reddit and seeing people's sob stories about how they're getting sexually harassed, how they're being racially abused, and how they're being verbally abused because A, they didn't heal enough, or B, because the Spiderman going 2-85 is complaining that they didn't get healed, or someone in ranked throwing a match intentionally because they wanted a character that somebody else chose first. And let me just also address that I am not a snowflake. I am not a baby. I am a grown-ass man. I can hold my nuts and I let my nuts hang like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
You know what I'm talking about? I take no prisoners. I go hard doing this shit. Big dog, big nuts.
If you coming at me, I'm either matching your energy or I'm gonna try to play you like you beneath me. That's number one and number two. Number three, if you're a young kid or you're a grown-ass jobless man who's playing Marvel Rivals because you're broke and you don't have any other game to play, and you think that calling people the hard N-word with the ER on it is the cool thing to do, or you're a kid that think being a tough Tony, internet crip, or behind the camera blood is the coolest thing on the block right now, then you are a fucking straight fucking nerd. I mean, this is absurd, bruh. This is absurd.
No, he would step across the line. Habitually, he's a habitual line stepper.
Let me tell you a couple of tree things. Okay, forget Iron Fist completely running lobbies and completely dominating lobbies and it's completely broken. Forget Penny and Rocket's team up ability completely being the meta of the matches in quick play and rank. Forget Scarlet Witch and forget Squirrel Girl getting a buff.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
These developers behind Marvel Rivals and this community that's getting toxic by the day has no respect for this thing. They never played the OG Call of Duties where this problem was at its worst. Not really. These are players that is too broke and is too cheap to go out and play and support actual games that deserve the light of day. These players at one point or a time remember how toxic GTA was, where oppressor Mark IIs and orbital cannon glitches completely ran lobby. These are guys that completely were running rampant in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 back in the day, completely calling each other N-words because they lost a quick play match, a team deathmatch. These are guys that crashed out on YouTube live when they didn't win matches against a popular streamer or YouTuber in a park match on 2K. These toxic Marvel Rivals community players complain and bitch and moan about everything, and the way that they go about it is completely fucked up. You have tanks completely 1v6ing when ults are going off. You have healers completely getting verbally abused in chat because their Iron Fist is going 1 of 93 and their DPS Spiderman is going 0 for 99. But Gwoppy, no, it's either you're good at the game or you're not good at the game. There's no in-betweens. And the throwing in ranked thing that I talked about, there should be permanent bans for that shit, bruh. But no, instead, the devs do not want to talk about this toxicity problem. They don't want to address how people are completely getting verbally abused and being called the N-word, and women are being sexually harassed and verbally abused in voice chat because of playing certain characters. We shouldn't have to be dealing with this rubbish because your DPS Iron Fist is going 0 of 150 in a match. And at the end of the day, that's all they have to do. It's not go 100 and not go 0 for 100 in a match. Actually learn how to play the game. Actively help their teammates make better strategic advantages in quick play or ranked matches. And these problems would go away. But no, they can't. Crashing out in a free-to-play title is a way of life with them. We have 5 horrible fan bases that's notorious in the gaming industry. And then we have this pick-me thing over in Marvel Rivals. There's no scraps in my scrapbook. All joking aside, this community is by far what's killing the game. Between the engagement, optimized matchmaking, and the horrible matchmaking in general in Marvel Rivals, because there is times where I hop in games, I hop on for the day, I lose 3 consecutive games, and y'all know how much consecutive is. It's gonna fall on deaf ears until I'm blue in the face, but y'all know what consecutive means, and I hope a lot of y'all know what it means. But then after the 4th or 5th matches, things starts to go my way, and then 3 more matches after that is nothing but consecutive losses again. Between that and this horrible community that completely wants to crash out every single match because things aren't going their way, how about this? How about instead of crashing out over a free-to-play title, how about you get up, put the controller down, go outside, play some basketball, pick up a hobby like boxing or Muay Thai like I did, or go and get you a job. It's not hard. Because at this rate, with daily 60,000 people playing on Steam, and roughly on consoles, it's roughly about those numbers, or I would estimate around those numbers. This game is dying off because of y'all. Because why would any logical person with common sense would want to play a game with a community as bad as this? That's probably why I lost all my drive to play Grand Theft Auto 5 online. Not just because we're burned out of playing the same doggone game from Rockstar when GTA 6 is on the arrival for another 11 months. And we have to hold over on until then with GTA 5 and its weak ass updates. I think between that, there's no reason why anybody with a logical functioning brain with a high IQ or IQ that's above the room temperature would want to play a game as toxic as GTA, as toxic as 2K, and as horrible and deplorable as Marvel Rivals with its community. And when the game eventually dies off and nobody wants to play it because Battlefield or whatever new popping game is on the horizon or is on its way, they're gonna completely blame everybody but themselves. At the end of the day, we're not here to have a strategy or come up with some type of Normandy game plan to win a game of Marvel Rivals quick play. Like El Presidor said in his Battlefield 3 video, I don't play games to have a strategy. If I want to have a strategy, I play Scrabble. We're here because we want to escape reality. We want to have a good time and play a video game. We're here because we want to have some enjoyment out of our sad lives because most of us have jobs or a life that we genuinely hate. And we want to play some video games that take our mind off of it. But no, these people want to bring up our horrible life because we are not healing them enough. They want to bring up our sad and pathetic lives because for whatever which reason we chose a character that they wanted and then they can't play with another character. At the end of the day, we're just here to play a video game. And if the video game is that involved, then don't fucking play it. Plain and simple. That's all I'm simply saying, bruh. Let me know what y'all think about this video down in the comments down below. I know this is more of a different kind of video that I usually don't put out, but I'm bringing variety here to my channel. I'm not one of these other YouTubers that is too afraid to deviate or too afraid to do things different with their channel because they're afraid about views and this, that, and the third. I keep it real and I bring content that I want to make. Not because that I'm afraid that my views might dry up for the month. But let me know if you guys want me to make more Marvel Rivals videos. I'm planning on doing live commentaries. I'm pretty much want to be on my El Presador thing like he did back in the day with Call of Duty, Battlefield, and so on and so forth. If y'all want to see daily like Marvel Rivals gameplay, like live commentaries from me, I can do that. So depending on how this video does and how much it's received, like overall, I'll bring that to you guys because I know how to do live commentaries and everything. I can talk while I'm playing the game and I can daily upload it, and just to hold y'all over while I'm working on my next rant video or something along them lines. But let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments down below, and tell me about your Marvel Rival experience as well down in the comments, because I want to hear it, and I know that I'm not taking crazy pills, and I know I'm not just have a preconceived bias for the Marvel Rivals community. But with that being said, y'all, this your boy Gwop. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys are new, and I'm out, bro. Deuces.